everyone, and welcome to another edition of Rescue Me. So happy that you are with us and can't wait to share these beautiful dogs we have today on the show. This is the first time we're doing a breed-specific rescue, so this is really interesting and different, and I think you guys are really going to love what we have today. So I'm joined today by Deanna Carroll with Northeast Ohio Collie Rescue. First of all, thank you for doing this with us today.
Thank you so much for doing this for our rescue and making awareness of all the other dogs out there waiting to get homes.
Oh, you are such a special person, and I know that already from just speaking with you a little bit before we started the show. And collies as dogs, first of all, you don't normally see them at shelters. No. So was that the need for you to come up with a rescue that is specific to just the collie breed?
So Northeast Ohio Collie Rescue, it was actually formed in 1995, and its main goal was to save any type of rough or smooth collie, whether it be, you do see them end up in shelters sometimes and not claimed, whether it's owner surrender or just stray dogs out there is the whole reason it was created. So we take in, probably last year, the majority of our dogs were owner surrender. Mm-hmm. A lot of it is because people can't financially afford them anymore. The housing nowadays, I think more and more places you move, you cannot move with your dogs. That's the instance for Moose and Oakley out there that you're going to meet.
I hate to hear that because these dogs are family dogs. These dogs are good with kids. So the dogs we're about to meet, they would be good in family scenarios as well.
They are basically family dogs. A lot of people don't realize that, and especially nowadays, like the younger generations, they don't even know what collie is. You can say it's a Lassie dog. They still are like, who's Lassie? But growing up,
that dates me, doesn't it? I know exactly who Lassie is, and I love Lassie. Yeah. What were they initially known for?
So they were initially used for herding the sheep and all that back in the day, and then they kind of became royalty. Queen Victoria, I know presidents, several people have had collies.
Well, and you look at them, they're absolutely stunning.
They're very majestic.
And the two that we have today, thankfully, were not in terrible scenarios before they came to your care. But how are you guys finding the dogs normally? Are they normally owner surrender? And then you definitely need those who are willing to support them by fostering them.
Yes. Most people find them through our website or anything. When you Google Collie Rescue, we come up. So that's a lot of the ways, or word of mouth. We are a smaller rescue for now. We're growing every year, but a lot of people have never even heard of Northeast Ohio Collie Rescue.
So you were looking for more fosters. Then I'm sure if you have more fosters, you can get more dogs into their hands.
Yes, the more help, volunteers, fosters that we can get, the more dogs we can help. Right now there's a foster shortage out there for all rescues, everybody you talk to, us included.
Well, and seeing these dogs, knowing how sweet their demeanor is and how smart they are, right? They're pretty intelligent.
Very smart.
Dogs. So when you're thinking about adopting a type of dog and going to a rescue like this with these animals that would probably easily be able to adapt if you're training them as well, it's a win-win.
Yeah. So the collies, they adapt very well. I mean, they love everybody. They're gentle natured. They're majestic, like I said. When people think of collies, they think of loyalty. They think of, honorable. Nowadays, the collies they can live on farms, so they can run and play, but they can also survive in like a suburban areas. So they can live in neighborhoods and everything and adapt to whatever's put in front of them. Each collie is different. Some are more high energy, some are more laid back, like your old man that just wants to hang on the couch. They're very adaptable to whatever situation is in front of them.
Well, this is amazing. I want you to get to meet these amazing animals, and you do something really special for senior dogs as well that we'll talk about when we come back and also get to meet. What are their names again?
Moose and Oakley.
Moose and Oakley. So they're coming up right after this. Welcome back. Here's Oakley. He's bigger than you. Look at him.
Yes.
But he looks like he wants to just sit on your lap.
Yep. He's about a 60-pound baby.
Hi, precious Peach. How are you? Thank you. Oh, do you smell my lipstick? What do you
Uh-huh.
smell? Or the food I ate. He smells the food I ate. Okay,
See,
give me
I'm
a bit
very
of
food motivated.
his background. I know we're going to meet his half sibling.
Yes. So this is Oakley. Oakley is 4.5 years old. He actually come in with his half sibling who you'll meet next, Moose. They were an owner surrender.
So they were living in the same household together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I picked them up from Kentucky last month, and they've been with us right at a month. You want to turn around?
He's like, listen, I'm
yes,
just exploring.
yes.
He's a very happy, friendly dog.
Yes, he loves people. He does play, he's very energetic, but he's more the chill, like laid back old man, like sit on the couch, just pet me, scratch my head, scratch my butt. They love butt scratches, don't you? Say, just pay attention to me. Yes, that's what you're good for.
Now, so if they are going to a house, and I totally understand because they've been in a home together, we want to get them adopted together. If someone already has a dog, do we think they would go get along well with other dogs, or do we want them to be the sole two dogs in the house?
They get along well with other dogs. Their foster has other dogs. They all play together. They love each other. They also get along very well with cats. Say we're gentle with cats. I mean, if a cat wants to dart, they're like, oh. But other than that, so we love everybody. They're great with kids. So the foster has kids ages 10 to 12, and they both boys worship those kids.
Oh.
Now he is more, I'm not sure if younger kids, just because sometimes he gets a grumpy spell and he doesn't want his hair pulled, he's not going to want to be set on.
Sure.
But now Moose's half brother, he's for anything.
Okay. Well, now just looking at him too, how old is he? I know you said he's a year older.
So
How
he
old
is
he?
4.5 years old.
Oh,
and
you're still a young
he is
pup.
what you call a tricolor collie. So there's different colors for the collies. So he is what you call a tricolor.
You have 3 different beautiful colors on you.
yes,
That is
I
for
do.
sure. Now, I know he's young still, but you do something really special that you're trying to get people to help with for senior dogs in your care, right?
So we are all foster based and we live off donations. So there's, you can go on our website or Facebook and figure out how to donate. But one of the places that we do for older dogs that come in is what we call a Cosmo Fund. So that is for senior dogs. If Oakley would have came in and been 8 years or older, any of his expenses would have come out of the Cosmo Fund.
Oh, wow.
So that covers all their expenses while they're with the rescue. We also sometimes we have what we call forever fosters. So these are older dogs that may not have a long road of living ahead of them. And so they have a foster home, which is their home, and they live there, and everything is covered under the rescue until the dog passes.
Beautiful, because they absolutely deserve it. And gosh, she's such a beautiful dog, this one.
They
and
are.
The work that you're doing to help not only the younger dogs, but
Hi,
the
buddy.
older dogs is so special. And do you guys ever do events throughout the year to also raise money?
So we do. Right now is kind of our dead period where we
Okay.
just start all over, get everything prepared. We do have a couple events coming up. So we will be attending the Goat Derby at the winery at Wolf Creek.
Oh!
So it will be on May 2nd from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. We also do a lot of yappy hours. I don't know if you've heard of yappy
I've
hours
heard of yappy
at the
hours.
winery of Wolf Creek. So we will actually be there on May 5th, July 7th, August 4th, and September 1st. And that's usually from 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. And then
Do you bring the dogs at all to these? They're up for adoption?
Yes,
Okay,
it's dog
all right.
friendly, so you can show up with your dog. It doesn't have to be a collie. And then we're known for every third Sunday in September, we have our annual Collie Fest. So all the collie lovers, we have people drive from Maryland down that have adopted from us that visit, and it's just a fun time to get together, see everybody, get updates on the dogs
sounds
and how that
amazing.
is.
Well, you probably won't be around for that because we're going to get you adopted, and maybe then the family who adopts you will come
Yeah.
to the wonderful event.
We
So I
love
think it's
pup
time to meet Moose too, so that Moose was
know.
sad that he left the room.
Yeah.
So we're going to bring Moose in so that you can see his. I shouldn't say better half because you're both great halves, but the other
Yeah,
half.
your younger half.
Welcome back, guys.
Moose,
Meet
you gonna say
Moose.
hello?
Moose, say hello.
You gonna say hello? Can you speak? Say hello.
He's been very
He's
vocal.
camera shy now.
I understand. No, so Moose is a year younger, so he's 3.
So
or something?
he will be 4 in June.
Okay. And he is such a sweetheart.
Oh,
and
you
if you
want this?
notice on him, so when you got them, unfortunately, they had fleas.
Yes, they had fleas. Collies are pretty susceptible for skin
Yeah,
skin
we know.
issues, especially based on if you've ever heard of the MDR1 gene. So it is a
No.
multi-drug resistant.
Hey, it's okay.
Multi-drug resistant.
I feel like he misses
He misses his brother.
Oakley.
Yes.
I really think that's why he's barking a lot
Yes.
too, because he's like, where did he go? Because he can smell him being in here.
Yes.
They
You miss your
are.
brother?
They're very. So he went through that issue.
Yes, so a lot of collies have like a flea allergy. So basically he got the fleas on him. What he does is itch and itch and itch till he creates hot spots. So you can see now he's been medicated and has no issues. His hair is growing back. He did have 2 bald spots on his legs, but they are healing up nicely.
You're looking
So,
great.
yeah,
You're looking
see,
fantastic.
Medicated baths and medicine does wonders.
Well, I just love how close they are. And I really hope that if someone's watching out there and can take care of these 2 lovable dogs, that to
Can you
get them
sit?
to be able to stay together. That's all they've known. And I know once dogs are together like that, they really do bond. And especially with them being such smart dogs.
Yes.
I feel like there's probably even more of an attachment there because they just seem like they get it more. They understand more.
Well, and you can definitely tell Oakley's the more
sorry.
outgoing. Moose kind of follows Oakley and everything. That's why he's a little bit more intimidated and kind of spazzed out because
look at your brother
he
as a
doesn't.
leader.
Yeah, he doesn't have his leader here.
I mean,
know.
I get it. But again, they're both in great condition now. And again, going into a family atmosphere or just even, I mean, they seem like you could be an older couple and still have these dogs as well. Although I'm sure they love the walks. They love getting
Yes.
out and being energetic and being pups still.
These 2 like to play fetch and they love to play with each other. What?
You want to
So we
go
love
see Oakley.
kids.
I'm telling you. I know that's what he's doing. He wants to see.
He's like, Oakley?
What do you see?
What is
He's
it, buddy?
looking at something now here in the studio. I don't know what it is.
What is
It's okay.
it?
So again,
okay.
you have at any given time, you have dogs throughout your foster care. And we need to work, as you mentioned, to get more into these homes. So get them
Yes.
out so that people can take new ones in. And the breed itself, the people really, I'm sure, have a yearning for this kind of dog. So I would
Yes.
think that they're highly sought after.
Yes, they are very popular. Like I say, especially with older folks because they all had them growing up. We have been getting a lot more younger families adopt them out to become family dogs, which is great because the younger generation, like I mentioned earlier,
They don't really know what a
they don't know
collie
what a
is.
collie or lassie. They don't know either one. They're like, what?
Well, I think we do this. I think we go sit you with your brother so that you can be a little bit more calm again. And they're just so sweet. Their demeanor on both of them is absolutely
Yes.
amazing. Bringing them into these settings, I know I say this often, it can be a little intimidating for any dog
Yes.
with all the lights and the cameras. They're not used to it, but they've done a fabulous job. So I'm going to let you go with your brother. And when we come back, we're going to introduce you to one more dog who unfortunately couldn't be here today,
Yes.
but has an amazing story nonetheless that we are for sure think that you will want in your care. So we'll be right back. Welcome back. So as I mentioned, our third dog couldn't be with us today. She's in
Yes.
Indiana.
Yes.
She's with a foster there.
She is. One of our
Callie's her
foster
name?
and board members agreed to take her during her journey. It's not been a smooth or short journey for her. So
Tell me about Callie then.
Yeah, so Callie came in May of last year at 9 months old. She was surrendered due to she had severe hip dysplasia that was going to have to be surgically corrected. The cost of that was around $10,000 and the
Wow.
owner could not afford that. So she chose to turn her over to us to give Callie the best chance at the life that she could
I
have.
can't imagine how hard that was.
Yes,
I can't
yes.
imagine how, but doing, that's what a good mama does in those situations,
Yes.
or a good father. You
Yes.
do what's best for the animal.
Yes. So Callie's very special, of course. She came in, she met with our veterinarian team that we use, several different appointments, x-rays, all that to kind of see what our route was. Eventually, we were referred more out to a specialist. So we researched a couple different places around here, OSU, like Michigan State, Purdue, and we ended up going with Purdue University, which is how she ended up in Indiana.
Okay. Makes sense.
So she went there, like I said, met with that team. We got a plan down. So she had a full hip full hip replacement surgery done in July of last year.
Okay.
So there was a chance that that would not correct the issue. We were all hopeful that it went okay. 3 weeks later, it failed.
Oh.
So that left us with the next option, what they call a FHO. So basically what that does is her ball was out of socket in her hip. So the FHO removes the ball, and that takes away like the bone-on-bone action, which causes most of the pain and everything when moving around. And then the scar tissue will heal, and it creates an extra joint to kind of cushion those bones. So 3 weeks later, that would be about the beginning of August, she had that done on the left leg, and that is about a 6-month recovery.
So that's not easy. And again,
No.
it is why we continue to raise funds for an organization like this,
Yes.
because those, I mean, they need, I don't know what round the clock care, but I mean,
Yes.
a lot of care to nurse them through that 6-month
Yes,
period.
I mean, crate train, no moving. You know, our foster went above and beyond. She has to be on a sling, so I mean, you have to assist her outside. She has so many restrictions during this 6 months, and of course, as time goes on, she gets less and less, to the point where she was able to join the foster's dogs, and she plays and gets to live a normal life until time for the next FHO. So the second surgery, FHO, which would have been on her right hip, it actually was this past January. It was January 8th. Everything went well. So we're looking at another 6 to 8 weeks of recovery time. Everything's going well. She's actually progressing really fast. After that time, then Callie will be available for adoption.
I love, you know, when I hear these stories, you think fosters are angels on earth, because
They are.
here this woman is giving so much attention and love to a dog that she doesn't even get to keep, that she's
Yeah.
putting into someone else's hands. And so again, if you're looking to adopt, or you have that heart to just give money to help these people do this, if you can't, I mean, it's beautiful. This dog wouldn't have had
Yeah.
the same chance if it wasn't for the
No.
organization and this foster care.
No. And going back to donations, you know, we do have a fund set up just for Callie. It's called Support Callie's Next Steps. If you go to our website or whatever, you will see where you can donate specifically to Callie, and that goes to help with just her expenses. So
That's
that will
beautiful.
help her with her journey.
That's amazing. So I know she has to rest and recuperate still for a little bit, but
Yes.
so if they're looking for your dog, for Callie, or they're looking for the two that we had today, Oakley and
Yes.
Moose, or others that they might have, your website has
Yes, our website has all
of
the information. You can follow us on Facebook for updates. That will tell you events, what we've got going on, any special needs we need at that time, whether it's donations for general, or if we get a senior dog coming in, or another dog with an issue like Callie.
Well, and you know, if you're just someone watching too who unfortunately knows of someone that might have a collie situation, that sometimes people just don't know there
Yeah.
are groups like yours out there.
Yes.
That are specific breed organizations like this. So again, spreading the word, getting more knowledge out there
Yes.
about this, I think is key. And if you want to learn more, you can always go to their website. Deanna, it's been such a pleasure to talk with you.
You
Don't
too.
you just
Thank
love
you
that
so
Southern
much.
accent? I love it.
Go Cats.
You're a gem, and I thank you for all the work that you and your
Yeah.
team does to give
Thank
these
you
animals
so
a better
much.
life. And have a wonderful day, everybody. We'll see you on the next Rescue Me. I'm Natalie Hervik. See you next time.